Polypeptides, liquid crystals, biomembranes. For most of us, these terms are at best a chance to earn a high score on Words with Friends. But for the University of PEI's Dr. Sheldon Ops, they are the building blocks for a whole slate of practical applications that range from finding new ways to study the deterioration of animal habitats in the wild to protecting the health of our children. Dr. Ops is a theoretical physicist who creates detailed computer simulations that allow him to replicate, investigate, and ultimately predict how different elements in a natural system are going to interact. By studying these interactions inside the virtual world of a computer, Dr. Ops can extend his work into areas that would otherwise be too time-consuming, expensive, or dangerous to undertake.
Monsieur Ops se spécialise en physique théorique. Il crée des simulations détaillées sur ordinateur avec lesquelles il reproduit, étudie et au bout du compte prédit l'interaction des divers éléments qui constituent un système naturel. En analysant ces interactions dans l'univers virtuel d'un ordinateur, le chercheur élargit ses recherches à des domaines où celles-ci réclameraient normalement trop de temps, coûteraient trop cher ou s'avéreraient trop dangereuses.
In the field of biomedicine, Dr. Ops' research into membrane rupture and cell lysis could provide new insights into how diseases like Alzheimer's work on the human brain, or even potentially help prevent the next global pandemic. But the computer simulations that power much of Dr. Ops' research require an enormous amount of both computational speed and data. That's why Dr. Ops is the first to admit that without the high-performance networks provided by CANARIE and its partner network in Prince Edward Island, run by the University of Prince Edward Island, it simply wouldn't be possible for him to do what he does. Dr. Ops' computer is his laboratory, and the CANARIE and the University of PEI networks are the real-world backbone for his virtual research. With the capabilities provided by CANARIE, Dr. Ops is able to store and access the enormous amounts of data he needs to lift the veil from some of the most compelling scientific mysteries that still face us today and map out a blueprint for the medical miracles that could save millions of lives tomorrow. Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered how the first stars were formed, how galaxies evolved, or whether or not we're really alone in the universe? If you have, and if you happen to be passing through Calgary, then Russ Taylor is the man who can give you the answers. As director of the University of Calgary's Centre for Radio Astronomy, Russ is on the cutting edge of what's colloquially referred to as big science, the investigation of the essential puzzles that lie behind the structure, origins, and evolution of the universe. Russ carries out his research with radio telescopes, an incredibly powerful technology that can track celestial objects that are billions of light years away. Last year, Russ was selected from amongst all his peers to represent Canada on the board of the Square Kilometre Array, a global scientific collaboration whose goal is to create the world's largest radio telescope. Once it is complete, the SKA will give scientists across the globe a chance to peer farther into space than humans ever have before. But peering into deep space creates a gargantuan wave of data back here on Earth. The data collected by the SKA in just a single day would take nearly 2 million years to play back on an iPod. Data like that can't move over a standard commercial internet connection. That's where CANARIE comes in. Together with Cybera, the Alberta Advanced Network, CANARIE is playing a critical role in enabling the broad dissemination of all those petabytes of data. And because this big science project is redefining what we consider big data, CANARIE supports Russ and his colleagues in creating the software architecture that allows those unprecedented quantities of data to be collected, stored, transformed, analyzed, and reused.
De concert avec Cybera, le réseau évolué albertain, CANARIE joue un rôle crucial dans la vaste diffusion de ces monstrueux gigaoctets de données. Et parce que ce méga-projet scientifique redéfinit déjà le terme « méga », CANARIE appuie Russ et ses collègues dans leurs efforts en vue de créer l'architecture logicielle qui autorisera la collecte, le stockage, la conversion, l'analyse et la réutilisation des masses de données sans précédent comme celle-ci.
Just as the internet was originally designed solely as a way for a lab at UCLA to share information with the Stanford Research Institute, Russ's technical innovations are likely to trickle down and make a significant impact in our daily lives. In addition to answering some of humanity's oldest questions about the possibility of life beyond Earth, in the very near future, the SKA project just might become the incubator for a wide range of new technologies and processes, which have the power to change our lives to the same degree that the Internet already has. A commitment to social justice is one of the core principles that make Canada the country it is today. At the University of British Columbia's School of Social Work, Associate Professor Frank Tester has been working for more than 20 years to deepen our understanding of what social justice really means and open a dialogue into the unique issues faced by Inuit families and communities in Canada's north. There is perhaps no group of people in the history of the world who have had to change their way of life as quickly or completely as the Inuit. That rapid pace of change has led to challenges that range from a severe shortage of suitable housing to a tragically high rate of suicide among Inuit youth. Frank Tester understands these challenges all too well. While he is based out of UBC, Frank spends much of his time in Nunavut, working directly with the people he has spent his life trying to help. Frank believes that his, or indeed any research, has to be carried out with a commitment to improving the lives of real people in the real world. In Nunavut, he is changing the lives of Inuit youth firsthand by teaching them about social media and video production. His aim is to give these young people a way to share their stories and the skills to make a difference in their communities.
Frank est persuadé que ses travaux, que la recherche en général pour être exact, ont impérativement pour but de rendre la vie des gens meilleure dans la réalité. Au Nunavut, ce chercheur change directement la vie des jeunes Inuits en leur apprenant à utiliser les médias sociaux et à réaliser des bandes vidéo. Son objectif est de leur procurer les moyens avec lesquels ils partageront leur histoire et les compétences qui les aideront à faire une différence au sein de la communauté.
Wherever Frank's research may lead him, CANARIE is there. CANARIE's high-speed network is helping Frank to connect some of the most remote communities in the Arctic and across the globe. Together, Frank and CANARIE are enabling people who might otherwise be completely cut off from the outside world to exchange ideas and learn from one another, and giving them a voice that could help shape Canada's social policy for the benefit of all Canadians. Poets pen verses about them. Singers write ballads about them. And Vincent van Gogh painted one glorious picture of them. We all have special memories of a night spent under a starry sky. But for Dr. Austin Gulliver, stars are nothing short of an obsession. And as chair of the Department of Physics and Astronomy at Manitoba's Brandon University, he's using that passion to help uncover the secret workings of these unique celestial bodies, which have shaped, guided, and fired our imaginations since before the dawn of man. Dr. Gulliver's research centers around the study of starlight, also known as stellar spectra. His specialty lies in an investigation of the atmospheres of so-called hot stars, which can reach temperatures in excess of 200 million degrees.
Les travaux de Mr. Gulliver gravitent autour de la lumière des étoiles, le spectre stellaire. Plus précisément, il étudie l'atmosphère des étoiles chaudes, c'est-à-dire celles dont la température dépasse 200 millions de degrés.
Although Dr. Gulliver is based out of Manitoba, much of his research is actually carried out at the Dominion Astrophysical Observatory in Victoria, BC. Even more challenging, as a member of an international research consortium with partners in New Zealand and the United States, Dr. Gulliver needs to be able to send, receive, and share thousands of gigabytes of data at any time from anywhere in the world. So Dr. Gulliver turned to CANARIE. Working with CANARIE and MRNet, Manitoba's Advanced Research and Education Network, Dr. Gulliver and his colleagues are creating some of the most memory-intensive computer models of solar spectra ever produced, using data that comes from across the country or the other side of the universe. Within the next year or two, Dr. Gulliver and his fellow researchers will be constructing a new telescope in Arizona, which will be dedicated solely to observing stars and sharing the resulting data over CANARIE's network. With this new telescope and CANARIE's capabilities, Dr. Gulliver will be dramatically improving our understanding of the atmospheres of stars, including that of our own nearest and dearest celestial body, the Sun.